Hey, what's up guys? Jerry Miller, good to be with you on a Thursday morning. Hope you're doing well. You know, if you follow me on I Love Seaville, you know I'm a huge proponent of moving the Charlottesville City Market from Water Street to the Ix Art Park. I think we should also consider Court Square and Lee Park as options, but I think the Ix Art Park is the best spot for the Charlottesville Farmers Market. I've documented that many times on I Love Seaville Why. Couple things of feedback I've gotten from this. Some downtown Charlottesville business owners have given me a little bit of grief and brought this point up. They said, Jerry, if we move the farmers market from Water Street, that's going to negatively impact business on the downtown mall because people will not go from Water Street to then shop and patronize the downtown mall if we move the farmers market to Ix. They're basically saying Ix is too far away from the downtown mall. So the business owners downtown are worried they will lose business if we move the farmers market to Ix Art Park. I don't believe that. I don't think that's the case at all. I think that if we give the Ix Art Park an opportunity to host a farmers market, I think you'll see a farmers market that's better than ever. The quality of life will improve. More people will come to it because of it. You might be able to bring your dogs to the farmers market at Ix Art Park. I think moving it there is without question the future of the farmers market. I also want you to think about this. You know, the downtown mall has more competition than ever. I think we know that, right? You have Barracks Road. You have Stonefield. You have the Route 29. You have 5th Street Station. There's more competition than ever, okay, for the downtown mall. So if you can have like a leverage point or a branding point or a marketing point like the farmers market, where you're basically saying, look, the only place a farmers market or a city market really truly exists is in downtown Charlottesville. That's a leverage and a marketing and a branding point. It's a separation point. It separates the downtown from its competition. Last I checked, Barracks Road didn't have a farmers market. Last I checked, 5th Street Station or Route 29 did not have a farmers market. So if I was on the board of directors at the Downtown Business Owners Association, this is pretty much what I would do, okay? I would say, let's turn the farmers market into a crown jewel. And once it's a crown jewel and it becomes an epicenter where people are willing to drive to it from a 30-mile radius or so, then you can market around the farmers market. And Michael Allan, I do think Ix is going to be developed. I do think Ix is going to turn into apartments or condos that Allan, Cadgene, or Ludwig Kuttner are going to sell for $500,000 to $1 million to. And I truly believe that's going to happen. And I think if we move the farmers market to Ix Art Park, Ludwig Kuttner and Allan, Cadgene are going to leverage that to make this Ix Art Park neighborhood where it's like work, live, play even better. But you know what? So what? Can you think of a better piece of land or a better piece of property in Charlottesville than the Ix Art Park for the farmers market? I think we all know the future of the farmers market is not an asphalt blacktop off Water Street that has no quality of life, no public restrooms, no shade. Okay? So where I'm going with this, let's consider Ix. Let's make the farmers market the best thing it could possibly be. Let's consider doing it on a daily basis. Once it's turned into a crown jewel, Market Street Park is a good idea, Michael Allan. I've thought about doing it at Lee Park or Court Square Park. You can have at Court Square Park, Michael, you could have the food vendors, and then at Lee Park you could have the craft vendors. And if we do the farmers market at Lee Park or Court Square Park, it changes the conversation. As opposed to a dividing factor in our community, it makes it a unifying factor because that's what the farmers market is all about. I think Lee Park and Court Square Park should be considered by City Hall as a future for the farmers market. I think Ix Art Park is the best. I'm going to include some editorial commentary, some analysis, why I think Ix Art Park is the best, and I'm also going to analyze why I think City Hall is opposed to doing a joint venture with Allan, Cadgene, and Ludwig Kuttner at Ix Art Park. I think City Hall is apprehensive of doing a joint public-private partnership, but they happen all the time. As long as the public-private partnership is done in a fair way and it's hashed out very clearly, I think it can work there. I understand what you're saying, Michael, that keeping it on public property or city-owned property, I understand that has value because the city can truly control it. Here's the unfortunate aspect, though, Michael, is like I don't see a piece of property that can accommodate the future of the farmers market. There's not anything in the city of Charlottesville that can do that. Redevelop Market Street Park for gatherings. I mean, that has some potential, Michael. I agree with that. That's just going to take so long. I mean, redeveloping in the city of Charlottesville is brutal. Look what Keith Woodard just went through. $80 million development. This guy put $1.2 million in infrastructure underground, and he chose to walk away from $1.2 million. That's a shitload of skin in the game. Okay, I'm going to sign off. I want you guys to comment and offer some analysis. I'm going to sign off, and then I'm going to give you some editorial analysis, some clear editorial copywriting of why I think this is the best idea. Give me your feedback. Guys, the farmers market is in peril, okay? There's no future for the farmers market right now. Previously, the farmers market was supposed to be the flagship tenant of Keith Woodard's Water Street $80 million development, but that Water Street project is gone. So where's the farmers market going to be? This is a topic that the Daily Progress, that NBC 29, that the Seaville Weekly, that everyone should be talking about. I freaking love the farmers market. So do you guys. Why is this not in discussion? I'm signing off, Charlottesville. As always, be good to you. Be good to each other. Be good to each other.